When everything in your life starts feeling uncomfortable, confusing, or suddenly out of sync, even though you haven't done anything wrong, it might not be an attack from the enemy, but a divine sign that God is preparing you for a major shift. Don't ignore the discomfort. Pay attention, because disruption often comes before elevation. The first sign is divine discontent. You can't explain it, but the things that used to satisfy you no longer do. The relationships, routines, even your environment starts to feel like it's no longer your home. This is because God is shaking you out of complacency. He's closing the chapter of comfort, so you'll step into your calling, just like how Abraham was told to leave everything familiar to step into his destiny. God often makes where you are uncomfortable to prepare you for where you're going. The second sign is closed doors that don't make sense. You've prayed, you've worked hard, you were qualified, but the opportunity vanished. The connection ended. The answer didn't come. When God slams doors shut, it's not always rejection, it's redirection. Proverbs 16:9 says, "A man plans his course, but the Lord directs his steps." What feels like loss is often protection from something that would have delayed or destroyed your purpose. The third sign, sudden exposure of hidden issues. People around you get revealed. Patterns in your life come to light. Secret sin you thought was buried begins to surface, not to shame you, but to cleanse you. God doesn't elevate what hasn't been purified. Before He can release you into a new level, He reveals the things that would sabotage you at that level. So if your heart feels convicted, if you're suddenly more aware of things that displease God, rejoice. That means He loves you too much to let you carry baggage into your breakthrough. The fourth sign is an unusual spiritual stirring. Your hunger for God increases. Your dreams become more vivid. The Word feels alive again. You might even wake up at 3 a.m. with the urge to pray, and you don't know why. That's not random. That's preparation. God is aligning your spirit before He shifts your circumstances. Joel 2:28 says, "In the last days I will pour out my spirit. Your young men will see visions. Your old men will dream dreams." When God begins stirring you spiritually, He's waking you up so you won't miss what He's about to do. And finally, the fifth sign is separation. God begins to strip things, people, and habits from your life. It's painful. You feel lonely, but sometimes God needs to isolate you to speak to you clearly. Moses had to leave Egypt and go to the wilderness before encountering God in the burning bush. Jesus went to the wilderness before launching His ministry. Separation isn't punishment, it's preparation. God is removing the noise so you can hear His voice. He's not taking things away to hurt you. He's clearing the path for something greater. So if you're feeling lost, misunderstood, or stripped of the very things you thought were permanent, understand this. God breaks what we built in our strength to rebuild what will last in His. This is the season of pruning. And John 15:2 reminds us that every branch that bears fruit, He prunes, that it may bear more fruit. You're not being abandoned, you're being aligned. Everything you're feeling right now isn't random. It's divine evidence that God is setting you up for something far beyond your imagination. So don't resist the shift. Surrender to it. Embrace the discomfort. Let go of what no longer fits, and trust the process. What feels like an ending is really the beginning of something sacred. God is moving you, not to punish you, but to position you. The shift may be silent, but its impact will be undeniable. Get ready, because when God prepares you, He does so thoroughly And when the moment comes, everything will make sense. Hold on, trust Him, and walk boldly into what He's preparing. If you want to keep growing in faith, subscribe to Bible Verse. God for more biblical wisdom. Let's walk this journey together. See you in the next video.